In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the stories.
Imagine starting your day with a blood sugar level of 293, higher than the day before. Strange, isn't it? Imagine waking up and immediately having to consider the impact of your diet on your health. Chantal, who is trying to navigate her way through this health challenge. As Chantal goes about her mukbang, she indulges in a 4-course diet meal, a clear deviation from the single meal she's supposed to have. The sound of her consumption is audible, a constant reminder of her daily battle. She's aware that her blood sugar reading is alarmingly high, attributing it perhaps to stress or other unknown factors. Following a meal last night, Chantal experienced a spike in her blood pressure. The aftermath was a splitting headache, a racing heart, and an insatiable thirst. The warning signs are clear. She needs to make changes to her diet, cutting out cheese, high-fat dairy, and pickled vegetables. Chantal recalls a recent visit to the doctor, where she was strongly advised to adopt a healthier diet. She also shares a story from her past. She ended up in the ER after consuming too much cheese. True story, and her experience with an outpatient program she was referred to. Despite these warnings, she finds herself enjoying soft and creamy feta cheese. Chantal has struggled with medication in the past. She shares a startling fact she learned from a video by a doctor. Certain diabetic medications can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by 60%. It's a terrifying thought, treating one disease only to potentially cause another. Having finished her meal, Chantal moves on to dessert, a keto red velvet cheesecake. She's not overly enthused about it, but she finishes it nonetheless in just 3 bites. She expresses her hope that the dessert won't drastically affect her blood sugar level and her desire to avoid medication if possible. Chantal has heard negative things about a medication called Ozempic and is considering signing up for a diet center specifically for diabetics. With that, she ends her day, leaving us to contemplate her journey. And before the highlights, don't forget to subscribe.
Alright, so this is my fasting blood sugar for today. That's the wrong time on the monitor. I'm gonna fix it now, actually, if I can figure it out. So yeah, higher than yesterday a bit, which is weird. So
today I have some diet food. It's food from a diet center. This is low carb, from their low carb keto menu. There's a lot of diet centers in Kuwait. Kuwait has an obesity issue. If you look it up, it makes sense they have a lot of diet centers. So I have a salad, fattoush with soybeans and feta. And this is the dressing. This is their low carb section. So this has soybeans. The traffic is loud, I'm sorry. So this has soybeans, feta, radish. Whoa, baby gal. No. No, salad, cucumber, tomato, feta. Actually, it smells like a mustard, like a balsamic dressing, kinda. I like that they give you enough dressing. So soybeans, feta cheese,
salad stuff,
cream of chicken soup. This is the place, I love their pumpkin parmesan soup, but I decided to try the cream of chicken. I'm not sure if pumpkin, I think pumpkin is, it's Swedish, but it's like, not Swedish, but it's sweet-ish. I think it's on the lower glycemic index, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look that up for sure. And then we have the main course, but I'm gonna eat this first. Actually, I'll eat them all at once, whatever. This is low carb, kushari mix with butter chicken, cauliflower rice with fried onion. And then for dessert, keto velvet cheesecake. So it uses sweeteners, artificial sweetener, very small portion. I'm gonna see how this affects my blood sugar. If it raises it too much, well then I know. Yum, butter chicken, cauliflower rice, and fried onion. Now I don't really eat out as much as I used to. This is a long time ordering. I haven't ordered in a while, but this meal was pretty much free because we have a lot of points. So okay, I can taste some lemon, chicken bits, herbs. Mix this around and try the salad. Baby bite. I love that dressing. I need to get some balsamic flour rice. How do they get it so dry? Oh, that's nice. I need to make something.
they give you so much soup.
It's gonna be less messy to just drink it. You saw my blood sugar reading. I don't know why it's so high.
Sure, Jan.
Maybe stress, I don't know. It does take time for it to go down, I know. That meal last night that I did my mukbang, I'm pretty sure it raised my blood pressure because after it started, my I started digesting the food. I felt like my heart beating. I was extremely thirsty. I had a headache, you know, flushed. So my issue is also not only blood sugar, but also high blood pressure. So my meal had a lot of sodium, despite, you know, halloumi is very salty. Olives are salty. The chicken breast is frozen, so maybe it's like pre-seasoned. I don't know. It's plain, but I don't know what it is. But I have to limit the cheese and olives because cheese is very, and not just that, I don't have a gallbladder. I don't digest things that are high in fat well. Healthy fats, yeah. Like avocado doesn't seem to really bother me. But things like cheese, high fat dairy, stuff like that, don't agree with my stomach. As you all know, my cheese emergency was I had to go to the ER because I had a gastric crisis due to eating too much cheese. Not my proudest moment.
When I was making my sandwich, I wrinkled the bag of Swiss cheese in front of Sam, and he got scared, and so I said, "It's just cheese. It's just cheese."
The doctor was like, "You really need to eat healthier." That was one of the times, like, I went to the ER, explained my binge eating disorder that I suspected I had because I wasn't diagnosed at the time. And they referred me to their outpatient program there. Because they're like, typically their program, like, they have 8 beds or something like that, 6 beds or something, and they're inpatient, and it's reserved for people who have low potassium, stuff like, who are like medical risk, low weight. But people with high weight are also at medical risk, maybe not as fast, but so that was just because I know people are like, you need to go inpatient. In my town, what was covered by the government wasn't tailored to my kind of problem. I'm saving the chunks of feta for last because there's so few in between. The feta here is very soft and creamy. It's not hard and crumbly like Greek feta. I like all kinds. Hi! That was good soup. I'm filming my dinner because I don't have a lot going on today. Very good meal. Portioned out. Cauliflower is just as filling almost as rice. Healthier. I don't notice really. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid going on meds because I was on metformin at one time because I had a hormonal imbalance and I was overweight, so I thought I must be insulin resistant, and they put me on metformin and I could not handle it. It makes me so sick. I'm just one of those, I can't tolerate it. Like, they're like, give it time. I was on it for a little while. Ugh, just even the thought of taking the pills makes me ill. And I was watching a video by Dr. Berg, and he said certain diabetic medications actually increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by like, it was like 60%. So you're treating one thing, but you're causing another problem. I just realized something so sad. I'm one of those women I always talk about in my stories. The office women. The women, when I worked in an office, who used to talk about their diabetes and share like diabetic recipes, and I'm one of them now. It's not so bad. No, it is bad. I finished my plate. I finished all my food, so now I get dessert. So I don't know. Let's try this keto red velvet cheesecake. Yeah. That is good. I'm trying to slow down and savor it, but I literally devoured my food. I was hungry. When you're fasting for like 12, 14 hours, you're pretty hungry. So let's see how this affects my blood sugar, my blood pressure. Now, I'm just really trying to avoid medication, but if I do need it, I will go on it. Ozempic, there's like lawsuits being made. I don't remember why, but there's something not right about that drug as far as I've seen it all over the news. I don't know if you guys know what's going on. I'm gonna read about it. Alright, eating's over. Kind of depressing. I'm still struggling with the the mental health aspect of changing my lifestyle. I don't know. I might sign up. I might sign up to like some kind of actual diet center here, like for diabetics. I'm just looking into my options. Sorry I'm talking so much about my diabetes, but I guess I just talk about my life a lot of the time, whatever I want to share. A lot of it's private, yes, but I do talk about my own personal. Most of the things I keep private are my relationship out of respect for my partner. It's also just better that way. And, but myself, I can talk about certain things. You know, Adi. Excuse me. What's this? Should I lick it? No. Excuse me.